How's it going, YouTube? So we're back with the 2007 AM General M1097R1. And really, I just have a couple things I want to go over on it. I do have this posted up on Marketplace. I posted it up, I think, the day that I brought it back or the next day. Have a ton of interest in it, so hopefully this thing sells soon. But there are some things that I would like to fix on this before it sells. So as we know from the last video, the power steering pump's locked up. What I found out that I guess the Army or the military did was they loosened the power steering pump so the belt doesn't, like, it's still guided by it, but it's not just eating up the belts. I ordered a used pump that's good. Had it come in yesterday, actually. It took about a week and a half to come in, and we'll see if I actually get to it. With the level of interest I have in this thing, I'm really thinking that I'll probably just give the pump to the person who buys it, but probably not keep the pump. Other than that, I found the motor oil was a little overfull, so I drained that out. I did get a kit also to do an oil change on it, so we'll be doing that. And the transmission fluid was a little low, so I topped that up. It's good to go. And now we're down to odds and ends for the most part, which is it's missing a windshield wiper, so over there. Right here, I went ahead and bought two of these off of, I think it was eBay. They were like 25 bucks for the set, but they're cheaper elsewhere. I just needed ones that came with the little screws because this side is totally missing, so I didn't have an existing screw to use for it. That being said, I'll probably pull off that one because these are black. With this one being black, I didn't want to have a tan one and a black one because then they don't match. But I'll probably take the tan one and put it in my garage since, start stocking up on parts for these down the road. I got the seat back in, so this battery's good. I have had it down by the river. It runs and drives pretty well. I found out that the transmission fluid was low because I tried to reverse it going up a steep hill, and that did not work. However, since then, we seem to be good. I also don't know how the windshield spray works. I did put some in here. And I guess I'll have to trace out where the oil goes into the thing up there. I don't see nozzles for it to come out unless they're missing. So we'll have to look into that some. But for now, I'm going to go through and it's just one screw. Pull the screw off. The wiper will come off and then we put the new ones on. And with a couple tools, we're good to go. The new ones, literally just the Phillips and pull a screw. There's a nut on the backside, you replace them. The old one was a slightly bigger nut, and it was a flathead, so I found that the little ring security camera screwdrivers, they have the hex piece that fit the nut, and then the flathead worked. I'm going to pack rat this away because it's actually doesn't look like it's in bad condition. It's still flexible. We'll come in here, and I'm not going to start it, but we can put it in the run position, and that turns them. Now, what I was seeing online is apparently you can turn this, and then when you push it in, it should spray. But I don't hear anything out of the pump out there, and I don't see anything spraying, so I'm assuming that function is broken. Maybe I'll investigate a little bit more, but from what I was seeing online, these pumps here on the bottom of the reservoir have a habit of getting gummed up. And I mean, we're above the intake level of the pump, so it should be working properly, but it's just not. Okay, so we went through this truck, did some basic maintenance on it, and off camera, let me show you what I did. I went through and was kind of investigating why it takes a bit to crank when it first starts up and why we get a little bit of smoke. And upon looking into it, it is that the glow plugs are not having any resistance to them, so they're not heating up the cylinders. That being said, I've ordered a new set of glow plugs. They'll be here tomorrow. Thank you, Amazon, for one-day shipping. But there's a bit of a caveat to this situation. This truck's not going to be here, most likely, when my glow plugs get here. There's a gentleman from New Jersey. I sent him a ton of pictures of this, video of it running. He has some questions about it, and he has a company that is coming to pick it up. You know, I told him as long as I'm paid before it leaves, I'm fine if you want to send a company, you're buying it sight unseen, that kind of stuff. And asked him if there was any additional photos that he wanted of it. But overall, he seems pretty happy with it. And that means that I'm not going to get to go through and replace the glow plugs. I did tell him that I diagnosed the glow plugs as bad just by using the ohms of resistance in it. Anyways, just that the ohms of resistance tell me that the glow plugs are bad, but that the parts won't be here before the truck ships out, therefore I cannot get them replaced. And he said as long as the truck drives up onto the trailer, that's not a problem. I told him, yep, still fires up, just cranks for a bit, and that. The only other thing that I might try to fix, because I just kind of felt like it didn't come through good enough in my photos, is this piece being loose. As long as I can find my little rivet gun, we can go ahead and put a couple rivets in this and get this all tightened up for the new owner, so there's nothing to worry about with it. Other than that, though, I think it's pretty much going to go like this. And we'll probably be looking for another one to buy, or, you know, we'll see what it looks like. But definitely a fun truck while we had it. Definitely got to do a little bit on it, start tinkering on it. I learned about the glow plug system, you know, other things here and there. And I learned some do's and don'ts with it. So I'm overall very happy. Not going to be looking to clean this up or anything. He got, as I said, about 50 pictures, I believe, of it. Just kind of showing all the different sides and everything that's wrong with it. And, you know, hope it goes to a good home, and I hope he enjoys it, because I've enjoyed it in the time that I've had it. So it's leaving. I did fix the rivets in this, so this is nice and tight. Power steering pump's in there for the buyer. Paperwork is with the driver, and I'm paid, so off it goes. We're almost loaded up all the way down there. One of his ratcheting pieces stopped working, so I told him I'd go check and see if I had a spare for him. Just wouldn't hold tension, and I'd rather know it's a safe load.